God's timing and intentionality in relationships is a concept that is often misunderstood in our fast-paced world. Many people look at love and marriage as something that happens when they feel ready or when circumstances seem convenient. But the truth is, God's approach is far more strategic and intentional than human reasoning can grasp. He is not interested in random encounters or hurried decisions. He is interested in divine alignment that fulfills his purposes. Every detail of your life, every experience, every trial you have faced is part of a larger tapestry that God is weaving. When it comes to relationships, he is orchestrating events in a way that ensures the union is not only successful, but also spiritually fruitful. It is not about rushing or following human desire. It is about waiting for God to bring the right person at the right time. Someone who complements your spiritual journey, strengthens your faith, and aligns with the destiny he has placed before you. Many times, people become impatient. They look around and see others in relationships and think they are missing out. They forget that God is not bound by timelines that the world sets. His timing is perfect because it is based on wisdom and knowledge that surpass human understanding. When God orchestrates a union, he considers more than just compatibility on paper. He looks at maturity, spiritual readiness, emotional resilience, and the ability of both individuals to walk in purpose together. A relationship aligned with God's timing will challenge you in ways that produce growth rather than frustration. It will push you to develop character, patience, and faith. God's intentionality means that he is not only pairing hearts, but also pairing destinies, ensuring that both partners are positioned to fulfill the calling on their lives. The intentionality of God in bringing the right person also protects you from mismatches that could lead to pain, disappointment, or derailment from your purpose. There are lessons in waiting and discernment, and God's careful orchestration prevents you from settling for less than what he has planned. A younger partner, for example, may be introduced into your life at a time when their perspective, energy, and untapped potential perfectly complement your experiences and wisdom. This is not random, it is deliberate. It is God's way of ensuring that your life partnership is both harmonious and purpose-driven. Waiting for God's timing requires patience, prayer, and discernment. It requires you to focus not merely on romantic desire, but on spiritual alignment and life purpose. When God brings the right person into your life, the relationship is marked by a sense of peace, clarity, and confirmation that cannot be ignored. It is unmistakable because it carries the weight of divine intentionality. This is why God's eagerness in orchestrating certain unions is so profound. He is not just eager to see you happy, he is eager to see your life fulfilled in ways that will ripple beyond your own experiences, impacting generations to come. By trusting in God's timing, you allow him to shape not only your relationship, but also your character. You learn to rely on him to discern his voice and to walk in faith rather than fear or haste. When his timing aligns, it is not merely about finding a partner, it is about stepping into a divine partnership that elevates both of you to the heights he has planned. Every detail is intentional, every encounter purposeful, and every moment a preparation for the extraordinary union he has in store. A younger partner in a relationship can bring a freshness and vitality that is often underestimated, but it is precisely this energy that can transform the lives of both individuals involved. Younger people often carry a sense of hopefulness, optimism, and untainted enthusiasm that can awaken dreams and aspirations that may have been dormant or neglected. When you encounter someone younger, you are meeting a perspective that has not been jaded by the weight of life's disappointments in the same way you may have experienced them. This fresh outlook can be a catalyst for growth, inspiration, and renewed faith, challenging you to see life, love, and purpose in a new light. The energy they bring is not merely about age. It is about a perspective that invigorates your spirit, encourages creativity, and inspires a re-engagement with the passions that God has placed within you. Younger partners often have a flexibility and adaptability that can be incredibly valuable in a life partnership. They are in the process of discovering themselves, which means they can be open to learning, growing, and adapting in ways that complement the experience and wisdom of their older partner. This dynamic allows both individuals to balance each other in a way that nurtures mutual growth. The older partner brings wisdom, guidance, and perspective gained through experience, while the younger partner contributes energy, curiosity, and an openness to new ways of thinking and being. Together, this combination creates a powerful synergy that strengthens the relationship and equips both partners to pursue the purposes that God has set before them. The hopefulness that a younger partner carries can also rekindle faith in the possibilities of life and love. When someone enters your life who sees potential where you may have seen obstacles, it inspires a sense of renewed confidence and courage. They can remind you of the dreams you once had and encourage you to pursue them with vigor, while their enthusiasm becomes a motivating force that helps you overcome fear, hesitation, and self-doubt. This is not about placing responsibility on the younger partner to fix or revive the older partner. Rather, it is about the way God can use their vitality as a tool for mutual edification and purpose fulfillment. A younger person can also bring creativity, fresh ideas, and unconventional approaches to challenges and opportunities. Their viewpoint may be less constrained by tradition or previous failures, and this can inspire innovation and growth in areas of life where stagnation may have occurred. When combined with the experience, wisdom, and discernment of an older partner, these qualities create a partnership that is both grounded and forward moving. It is a partnership that is equipped to navigate life's complexities with resilience, faith, and adaptability. Ultimately, the presence of a younger partner is not just about companionship, it is about divine strategy. God knows that the combination of experience and fresh perspective can produce extraordinary outcomes. The younger partner becomes a source of encouragement, inspiration, and renewal, helping both individuals to reach their full potential while fulfilling the divine purpose for which they were created. This partnership becomes a testament to how God can use differences in age, perspective, and experience to achieve harmony, growth, and destiny alignment in the lives of those He calls. Marriage, in God's design, is far more than a partnership of convenience or emotional companionship. It is a divine alignment of destinies. When God brings two people together, he is not merely uniting hearts, he is uniting purposes. Every union that is orchestrated by God has the potential to amplify the calling and mission of both individuals. This is why he is intentional about whom he places in your life. It is not about chance encounters or fleeting attraction. It is about pairing two lives in such a way that their combined potential fulfills a greater plan. A younger partner, in particular, may carry qualities, energy, and vision that perfectly complement the experience, wisdom, and stability of their older partner. Together, this combination becomes a force that can move mountains, not just metaphorically, but in the practical unfolding of God's plan for their lives. The alignment of destinies in marriage ensures that each partner grows into their God-given potential. When you marry someone who is aligned with your purpose, they become more than a spouse. They become a co-laborer in fulfilling the divine calling that God has placed on your life. This is why some unions feel effortless and full of divine chemistry, because God himself is orchestrating the meeting, the timing, and the connection. Every shared decision, every shared vision, and even every trial becomes a part of a larger purpose. In this way, marriage becomes a conduit for spiritual, emotional, and even professional growth, propelling both partners into realms they could not reach alone. Destiny alignment in marriage also provides support and accountability that is essential for personal and spiritual development. A partner who is in sync with your calling can challenge you when you grow complacent, encourage you when you doubt, and celebrate with you when you achieve milestones. This alignment fosters an environment where both individuals are motivated to pursue excellence, not just for themselves, but for the sake of the mission they share. In this dynamic, a younger partner can bring fresh insights and perspectives that expand the horizons of the older partner, while the older partner can provide guidance, wisdom, and stability. The synergy between the two becomes a powerful engine that drives both toward the fulfillment of God's purposes. Moreover, God's orchestration of destiny alignment in marriage is not limited to individual success. It extends to the influence and legacy that the couple leaves behind. When two lives are joined in divine purpose, their impact ripples outward, affecting families, communities, and even generations. The partnership becomes a platform for demonstrating God's power, wisdom, and love in action. This is why he is so intentional in pairing people together, ensuring that their combined strengths, experiences, and visions create something greater than the sum of its parts. Ultimately, marrying someone who aligns with your destiny is about more than emotional satisfaction or social expectations. It is about stepping into a relationship that has been divinely designed to fulfill a greater purpose. The union becomes a living testimony of God's intentionality, his wisdom, and his desire to see his children thrive in every area of life. Through this alignment, both partners are equipped to accomplish extraordinary things, to walk boldly in their calling, and to leave a lasting legacy that reflects the fullness of God's plan for their lives. A relationship, especially one ordained by God, is not merely about companionship or shared comfort. It is about growth and transformation. When God brings two people together, he does so with a purpose beyond just emotional fulfillment. He brings them together to stretch, challenge, and refine each other in ways that produce character, faith, and spiritual maturity. This is why a younger partner can be so significant. Their presence often pushes the older partner to reevaluate assumptions, confront pride, and engage with life from a perspective that demands flexibility and humility. At the same time, the older partner's wisdom and experience help guide and nurture the younger partner, creating a dynamic of mutual growth that strengthens both individuals in profound ways. Transformation in a relationship begins with the recognition that each partner has been uniquely designed with strengths and weaknesses. God uses the marriage to expose areas that need healing, patience, or deeper faith. Challenges inevitably arise not to discourage or defeat, but to shape and refine. The younger partner may bring questions, fresh perspectives, or untested ideas that push the older partner beyond comfort zones. These moments may feel uncomfortable, but they serve as opportunities to exercise discernment, self-control, and grace. Conversely, the younger partner learns through the guidance, patience, and steady presence of their older counterpart, gaining wisdom that accelerates their own spiritual and emotional development. In this way, both are being transformed, molded into individuals who are stronger, more resilient, and more attuned to God's purpose. Faith is also deepened through this process of transformation. When challenges arise, when misunderstandings or differences create tension, the couple is forced to rely on God for guidance, patience, and understanding. They cannot navigate these trials solely through human strength or logic. Prayer, discernment, and reliance on God's wisdom become the glue that holds the relationship together. The younger partner may bring a sense of wonder, curiosity, and hope that reignites the older partner's faith, reminding them of the joy and simplicity of trusting God. Meanwhile, the older partner's experience and spiritual grounding help anchor the younger partner in faith and perspective, creating a balance that strengthens both spiritually. Transformation is not limited to emotional or spiritual growth. It also affects life skills, decision-making, and leadership. A relationship designed by God positions both partners to grow in areas they might not have cultivated on their own. The younger partner often brings fresh energy, creativity, and unconventional thinking, while the older partner brings discernment, strategic thinking, and stability. Together, they challenge each other to grow holistically in their careers, in their family life, and in their broader calling. Ultimately, the transformative power of a God-ordained relationship is about creating two individuals who are better, stronger, and more aligned with their divine purpose. Each challenge, each difference, each shared victory becomes part of a process that molds them into partners capable of fulfilling the destiny God has set before them. Through growth and transformation, the relationship becomes more than love. It becomes a training ground for purpose, a proving ground for faith, and a living testimony of God's power to shape lives through the union of two hearts committed to his plan. Age is often seen by the world as a primary factor in relationships, but God operates on a completely different level. Human beings are quick to judge compatibility based on age, believing that experience, maturity, or even societal norms must dictate who is right for whom. Yet God's perspective transcends all of that. He is concerned not with numbers, but with alignment, purpose, and the qualities that each person brings to a union. A younger partner may have attributes that an older partner needs for their growth, their joy, or the fulfillment of their destiny. What seems unconventional to human eyes may, in God's wisdom, be exactly what is necessary to produce harmony, balance, and extraordinary outcomes in life. Breaking the barrier of age requires faith and discernment. Many people allow fear or doubt to prevent them from exploring relationships that do not conform to societal expectations. They worry about judgment, compatibility, or the logistics of life differences. Yet God's design often challenges these preconceived notions. He knows that age alone does not define readiness, loyalty, or capacity for love. The younger partner may carry a passion, creativity, and adaptability that injects energy and hope into the relationship. These qualities can complement the wisdom, stability, and vision of the older partner, creating a balance that allows both individuals to thrive. In this way, age becomes irrelevant because the spiritual and emotional alignment of the couple is what truly matters. Furthermore, God often uses differences in age to bring about lessons and growth that neither partner could achieve alone. The older partner may learn humility, patience, and renewed optimism, while the younger partner gains wisdom, guidance, and insight that accelerates their personal and spiritual development. Both are challenged to stretch beyond comfort zones and preconceived ideas about love, relationships, and life. The younger partner's perspective may spark innovation, courage, and creativity in the older partner, while the older partner's experience provides stability, discernment, and a grounded approach to challenges. Together, they form a partnership that is not only balanced, but also prepared for the extraordinary plans God has in store. God's willingness to use a younger partner is also a reminder that He values character, heart, and purpose above all else. Age is superficial. It cannot measure faithfulness, devotion, or the capacity to contribute to a divine plan. When God orchestrates a relationship, He considers the spiritual and practical dynamics that will produce the best outcome for both individuals and their combined destiny. He sees potential where humans see disparity, alignment where humans see difference, and opportunity where humans see risk. Ultimately, embracing a younger partner requires trust in God's wisdom, courage to step beyond societal expectations, and discernment to recognize divine alignment. When age is not allowed to become a wall of limitation, the relationship has the freedom to flourish according to God's design. It becomes a living demonstration of His sovereignty, creativity, and purpose, proving that true compatibility is measured not by age, but by shared destiny, mutual growth, and the ability to fulfill God's plan together. God's eagerness for a union goes far beyond mere companionship. It is rooted in His desire for wholeness, joy, and the fulfillment of destiny. When He orchestrates a relationship, it is never arbitrary. Every detail is intentional, every encounter divinely planned, and every connection designed to produce something extraordinary. This eagerness reflects his heart for his children to see them complete, empowered, and thriving in every aspect of life. God knows that a purpose-driven partnership can amplify joy, multiply blessings, and create a foundation for a legacy that extends far beyond the couple themselves. The excitement he shows in bringing the right person into your life is not about impatience, but about divine urgency. He wants you to experience the fullness of life and purpose that he has prepared for you. A God-ordained union brings more than emotional satisfaction. It brings transformation. When two people are aligned spiritually, emotionally, and purposefully, their partnership becomes a catalyst for growth. The younger partner can infuse energy, optimism, and creativity, while the older partner provides wisdom, guidance, and stability. Together, they create a balance that fosters mutual edification and encourages each person to reach their full potential. God's eagerness reflects his understanding that the right partnership can accelerate the growth and impact of both individuals. He wants you to flourish, to step boldly into the assignments he has for your life, and to do so with someone whose presence magnifies your strengths rather than diminishes them. Joy and wholeness are also central to God's desire in these relationships. He does not intend for you to settle for lackluster companionship or to remain in situations that stunt your growth. The partner he brings into your life is someone who complements your character, understands your purpose, and encourages your faith. This creates a space where love is not conditional or draining, but restorative and uplifting. God's eagerness is evident in the peace and confirmation that accompany the union when it aligns with his will. You will sense it in prayer, in moments of clarity, and in the way life begins to feel harmonious, purposeful, and abundant. Furthermore, God's eagerness reflects his focus on legacy. A divine partnership is not just about the two individuals. It is about what they can accomplish together, the influence they can have on others, and the generational impact of their union. Children, communities, and even nations can be touched through a marriage that fulfills God's purpose. When he orchestrates the union of hearts, he is thinking beyond the immediate and looking toward the long-term impact of a couple living in alignment with his will. Ultimately, God's eagerness for you to marry the right person is a reflection of his love and commitment to your destiny. He desires a relationship that strengthens, uplifts, and propels you into the fullness of your calling. This eagerness is a call to trust, to remain open, and to embrace the divine plan he has for your life. When you step into such a union with faith and discernment, you are not only entering a relationship, but stepping into a divine partnership designed to manifest joy, purpose, and a legacy that glorifies God.